He's here. Wolf's got Let's Talk. I'm doing Game Talk live. A little thing I came up with where I'll be playing a game, talking about it, what I think about it, stuff like that, and you get some gameplay along the way, live gameplay. Somebody's tag. So you can see what I'm talking about as I'm playing. And get an idea for what the game's gonna be. So, this is my first episode, and today, I am going to be doing, if I can get this, I really need to get a computer set up for this. Something magnetic transport system. But if I don't want to, I'm doing The Surge 2. And there's the echo. For all of you that have played The Surge 1 and haven't checked this out, or haven't even played it and want to check out what it is, The Surge, think Dark Souls. It's the Dark Souls style kind of game. You get your stamina bar, you got your health bar, and on this one you get a battery bar. You charge that up by beating on enemies and stuff, and then you can use those charges to heal yourself or stock up health kits. And this one's a little different in the Souls thing because you don't just get armor for beating the enemy. Like, I'll show you here. Like, you have to target, if you say they got a weapon you want, you gotta target the arms. Sometimes you gotta break the shield. They have like that little shield around the body part I'm targeting. That's armor. You gotta break that in order to chop off the limb. Yes, you literally slice and dice your enemies to get your weapons and your armors and your upgrade materials for those. On that site or thought, yes, it is a very heavy grind when it comes down to getting your weapon parts and stuff. Let me change my weapon here. Do your upgrades. I can also tell, you see how this guy's got a 3 next to his bar right there? There we go. I'll show you an execution. Oh, that was kind of a bad one. You didn't really get to see it. But I took his arm off. You notice how he had that 3 next to his health bar? That indicates what level material you're going to get off from him. So level 3 obviously is your Mark 3 materials. Come on, shoot at me. This guy hurt. Okay, got him. You see there, I got some metal scrap. Metal scrap is kind of like your, like in Souls, your grouping of souls. You can, you crush it and you get a bunch of extra souls, or your cold blood dew in Bloodborne. Weapon, and let's go as we're done with. I'll go back to the med bay here, which is like your bonfire, where you do all your upgrades and stuff. And the fun thing about this game is you don't have to carry around your tech scrap, basically your souls. You don't have to carry it around with you everywhere. You can actually bank it. You can see I got like 5,000. Boom, I banked it. Now I don't have to carry it around and worry about losing it, which is nice. Because this game, I believe, is single player, so you can't summon in your buddy to come help you. You can see I've done some serious grinding. I haven't even got to the first real boss fight of the game yet. I've been busy grinding out my gear and stuff. But here's your core. You know, it shows you can level up. Boom. You get 2 mod points per level. And you also got to watch your power consumption, which is basically your... It indicates like what equipment you can use and how many you know, the higher grade equipment, the more power consumption it's going to use. So like this set I'm using right here, the Vulture set. No, it's a Vulture set right here. You can see core power consumption's 6 on the chest piece, 2 on the head, 3 on each arm, and 2 on each leg. And then you get these when you chop off the limbs of your enemies. If you don't already have the item, the piece, you get a blueprint for it that you can come in here and you can build them like this. Boom! I just built Nightfall, basically the police gear right there. And then you can go in here and you can upgrade all your stuff and your weapons. As you can see, there's all kinds of different variants of weapons. You got your heavy hammers, you got your staffs, your weird ones. That's a one-handed sword. Your hammer, spears, dual blade stuff. My personal favorite I'm using right here is the Netigator staff here, because it does electric, which is kind of like a stun. I also use the bootleg split cleaver, which you saw is that big axe that I'm carrying around. That's a newer weapon to the Surge 2, that it's multi-use. It can be a dual wield heavy hitter. If you just tap the L1 or your L1 R2 L2 or R1 R2 by tapping, if you rapidly hit it, it'll split into 2 weapons. It'll split into 2. And you'll have a dual wield on it. Let's see, upgrade wise, what can I upgrade? See, I don't have enough Mark III parts to upgrade that. Let's upgrade my good old spear here. You can see I need Mark II parts, materials, and I need some of my tech scraps to upgrade it. And I can upgrade it. There we go. Now it's fully upgraded to as high as I can upgrade it currently. Back to your construction. Oh, this stuff's the new stuff I got, and also you want to have set, have your 3-piece, your 6-piece set bonuses going for you too. You can mix and match them. I mean, just like in, say, like Monster Hunter, where you got set bonuses, you mix and match based on how your playing style. Early game, Vulture is the way to go in this one because of the stats it gets. I'll show you right here the split one I was talking to you about. So if I tap it, L1 or R1, R2, it's a big heavy swing. Now if you rapid fire it, it splits into 2. You get to do some funky dance moves there. Can I go up this? Yay! I don't know what's up here, but I don't get the force hook, so that's useless to me. Lots of exploring, just like in any other Dark Souls game. Always checking your corners, watching for enemies, looking for stuff laying around. So far, I'm really enjoying this game. Then again, I did enjoy the Surge 1 because it was a different take on the Souls. The Souls series. Let's target his head. There we go. And I guess I'm just gonna take his arm. Just like that. Boom. Took his arm off. I forgot to do my levels. So I'm gonna come back here to this. Let's bring that up to there. It's all about your playstyle, how you want. If you want to be able to take a lot of hits, you want to be able to dodge and swing a lot, or if you want to upgrade your battery efficiency. I guess that's about how fast it charges. I'm gonna backtrack here a little bit and go to a hub. Get rid of these little, yeah. See what I mean? You build up that shock damage and you get stunned. You can't do anything for a second until it wears off. Take care of this guy. I don't think I have your weapon, sir. Which I didn't do enough damage to take it out and grab it. Get rid of this guy. Bada bing, bada boom. That noise you just heard, that was indicating to me, see down there on my batteries. Your batteries do decay over time. So you know you want to, if you got the ability to stockpile them for health, little health packs, I would highly suggest to stack them. You can only do that when your health bar is full, otherwise it will just heal you. On your inventory screen, you can see I'm using vulture gear. Oh, and you get a, we'll get into this here in a second. You get a drone. And this one, that again, you can use it, you can get this cool little thing called a banner. You basically just kind of place down a little hologram of yourself someplace, and you get points based on how long it takes other players to find your banner. So if you put it in some place really sneaky, and you know, 2-3 days down the road somebody finally finds it, you're gonna get a huge bonus and like tech scrap and stuff. Then you got your pew-pews. You can use that to actually wear down limbs on your targets to execute them and take them off. You know, chop off a limb really easily. Your spray can, basically, you know, your little or you can put down little things like say like your notes and stuff that you lay on the ground in Dark Souls to warn people about stuff or tell them something, or just to troll them. This one is your you basically return back to your bonfire ability, and then I got another pew-pew module for it. And we'll go into implants. Implants are like your mods, your little mods to yourself to help you along in the game. You start out with the injector in the health observer, and then you'll pick up the directional block analyzer later. I'll show you that here in a minute with the directional blocking, which is something new they added in. Auxiliary cores boost your amount of power consumption that you have, power to distribute, and then this one, the rig capacitor, delays the battery decay. Okay, I'll add that one, because I can use that. Yes, your little drone does consume ammo when you're using your pew-pews. unlike in the first one, you do get to customize your character to start with. Their character customization isn't that broad in this game as it is in some other games, where you can adjust, go right down to your fine details, like you can adjust all the facial features the way you want. This one's just a basic template for faces, hair, what clothes you're gonna wear, what your starting class is, to give you some little buffs and stuff. This is one of the hubs I was talking to you about, where you can go buy and sell and whatnot, and it'll cost you tech scratch. Like this girl, I don't.
Of course.
I think the class I picked allowed me to get this option off from her, so I can buy. Oh, I don't have enough tech scrap for that. I think I bought that. Yep. Okay. Can't buy that, and then you get little these things right here. I'm not sure what these are. If they're like cosmetic things or actual gear set pieces. Or not. That's another mod, and you can also buy ammo for your drone. I believe there's a dude somewhere in here too where you can buy drone mods.
None of us will.
He's up here. Yep. This dude right here.
Not cool. That's a I mean, what would you say if I just marched into your
I
place,
stole a plastic rose from him earlier.
This was a token of our love, you know? Whatever. See if I care. I mean, didn't want it back anyway. Didn't need it.
Okay, bro. I guess I can dig into his.
That's that age-old story, really. Boy meets girl.
Girl dumps boy. Everything goes to hell. Yep.
Hell. Said she needed to find herself.
Go do a country song about it, guy.
Her at all. I heard a little rumor she's hooked up with that rich bastard, Lil Johnny, at Port Nixon. I mean, I'd go there right now to check it out, but I've got too many enemies in that part of town. Maybe you could, I don't know, snoop around a bit?
Sure, it looks to me. Oh, and you get side quests in this game, too.
Oh, crap. I said that out loud, didn't I? I just really need some help. I'm freaking losing it here. Yeah, you touch it, you buy it. We clear?
Again, you can buy, there's some more graffiti tags, you can buy another mod, and mods for your drone. This one can pull them towards me. This is a fire grenade, and this is regular explosive grenade launcher mods. Yeah, unlike in the first game, you didn't have. It was a straightforward game, getting through everything. This one is a little more open. Map seems a lot bigger, a lot more shortcuts to get around. Enemy variants. Lots of different enemy variants. Like, not every enemy is going to be wearing the same pieces of gear. Like, one guy will be wearing, like 2 or 3 pieces out of a set, and it might be something you already have. And you're looking to complete the set. So you gotta go farm out. Go look around for the guy that's got the piece you're missing. You can also go and hit your med bay there and recycle the enemies. And it's completely RNG on what gear piece they're going to be wearing. So it adds a little something to the farming part for gear and stuff. Again, so far, in my opinion, I'm enjoying the game, and people are talking to me. Promote this game to me. Don't be a salesman. Challenge prevented. So enemies are like puzzle to solve. Some of them are just like your typical Souls game. You encounter a new enemy type, they're gonna have different attack patterns. Some of them will have different weapons. So it's like you just mastered one area, figured this enemy out, how to take him out, and then you progress a little bit more. Then boom, they're gonna throw a different enemy at you that's a little harder than the previous enemy. And you gotta sit there and figure him out. Not every enemy is going to be using the same weapon. Oh, pop my batteries here. Okay, yep. Look at. You also got to jump. So there's definitely going to be some platforming in this game, which I'm not a huge fan of platforming in games, and I'm not a platformer, but, I mean, I went through Doom Eternal, so, go here, bank my tech scrap I have left, and move on. Like, you saw that guy right there, he had a wrench and the little shock drones. This guy over here, he's gonna have the dual blade, so he's gonna be a faster attacker. Sometimes it likes to, the lock-on system likes to jump around on you, so you got to be paying attention. That's one downfall so far I found out. When you're attacking, when you accidentally pull multiple enemies on you, the lock-on system, you can't switch from one enemy to the other because you're hitting your right stick to move around to try to lock on to the other guy. It's going to start moving around to the different parts of the one you're locked onto, so you have to click it to unlock it, point at the other guy you want to lock onto, and target him. Like that, I just took his arm off. Boom, I got parts to upgrade my weapon. This guy over here is a little different. He's got turrets, so you gotta watch his turrets, dodge them, and then he's gonna come at you. See if I can get a decapitation on him. Pew 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 pew. Yep. See, it locked onto his leg instead of his head where I wanted to be targeted. Here we go. Boom! Decapitation! Damn, this environment is better than what I've seen so far of Surge 1. Does L2 do anything in the game? Maybe where you hold L2 to flick right stick or something. L2, I'm not sure if it has any function yet, because I'm only still in the beginning of the game. Your L1's your block, which next enemy encounter, I'll show you the directional blocking system. That's just another NPC guy, gives you a side quest. Yeah, so you gotta go down here. Alright, this guy right here. See how he's got a whole different weapon? He's gonna have a different attack pattern. He's gonna play a little bit different than the last guys. So I'm gonna see if I can't bait him over here onto the toxic sludge. As you can see, when he's attacking, it'll indicate which direction he's attacking from, so you can attempt to block it. Which I guess I failed. I'm assuming, because I haven't even bothered with the whole blocking system, which I really need to. I guess I'm assuming if you hit it as they're attacking, that you can parry them. Leave them open. I can try it with this guy. This guy's easier. Come on. Yep. So there's a parry right there. With a nice counterattack follow-up. You can do charge attacks too, which I wish I could have showed you on that. But you know, your L2 charges. It's a heavy combo, and then you got your L1, the light combo charge attack. You can combo between your buttons. Again, like in any Souls game, you're really gonna want to watch your health, watch your stamina, know how many swings you can throw before you gotta back off. Come on. And just pew pew him to death. I'm just trying to get back and get my scrap. What'd you say? So there's a parry. There it is! Yes, there is a parry. This guy looks like he's wearing a whole different armor set, so I'm going to try to take a limb here. I'm going to heal up. Nope, I didn't get it. But yeah, if you focus on one limb or the other, it will, Did I pick up my... Yeah, I did pick up my scrap. Okay. You know, you focus on one limb or the other, you're going to get that square indicator telling you that you can execute them and take that body part off. I just bugged you out. Haha! Probably saw another guy over here. There he is. Yep, screaming at me, my batteries are dying. You can see where it's blue, or it's indicating blue, that's unarmored, versus, you know, the little shield will show you it's armored. Decapitate this guy in the corner. It's kind of dark. Sorry, I'm using a PS4 Slim, so it's not the greatest on the graphics. You can see I gotta unlock and then relock if I want to change my target, which is annoying. And again, I die. Which, I mean, if you're a fan of Souls games, that should come nothing new to you. I mean, you will die over and over and over. Switch back to my stun stick. And different weapons have different fighting styles. And different animations for each body part you chop off. Sometimes there's multiple animations per weapon per body part. I mean, come on. Get over here. I'm playing way too aggressive. And that's what's getting me screwed. Yep, just like that. And I just lost all that tech scrap I had sitting back there. I know to search one if there's a chain together 3 or 4 attacks. It seems like let you execute 1080p in 2020. To parry, flick the R stick in the direction of his hands. Start to move. Yep. Sounds like the For Honor parry system. Yeah. Definitely the For Honor parry system, but at least you're not seeing like here's one of those banners I was telling you about. This guy dropped it here. I pick it up. I got 230 tech scrap just for picking it up. Where he put his out there, right out there in the open world, but he's gonna find it. You gotta be in close. That does, if you don't do it like within a set time for the execution, it will reset. I'm not 100% sure, like in Surge 1, if you break certain parts on the boss, it gives you certain weapons. I haven't had my first real boss fight in this game yet, so I can't determine that yet. Oh, and they got these things in here called revenge enemies, too. This is an enemy that another player died at. They are tougher, but if you manage to take them down, the rewards are so much better. See, like, I just immediately replenished my health for that, and I got all kinds of goodies for killing that revenge enemy. It looked like I got basically everything he was wearing. And seeing I pretty much have most of that armor set, it all went to upgrade parts. So far, in my opinion, what I've played of this game, if you like the Surge 1, you're a fan of Dark Souls kind of games, full price, I'd probably go for it. I got it because it was on sale, because I'm kind of living on a budget right now. See, like, but it's definitely worth checking out. You see right there, it gave me a whole new part. It gives me, I can compare it, I can equip it, dismiss it, stuff like that. Use my battery, heal myself, and then you see that since I was already healed, I hit the circle button again, spent that battery, and gave myself a heal pack, which I'm going to be burning right there. Yep, I failed that block. You almost always want to try to execute your enemies. For one, it gets rid of them faster. For two, you almost always need parts, upgrade materials. Go for your head. Recenter myself, get in there, get that attack, boom. Pop his head off. Wow, so you have like revenants from Neo, and this kind of cool. Okay, yeah. Basically, I'll tedious in the RNG because it can be a game breaker. Not bad actually, because I mean, you can go hit your med bay, pop around the corner. That first guy could be wearing the full armor set, so you got your choice on what piece you want to break off him. You could go hit the thing, come back, and he's wearing 2 or 3 pieces of the armor set. I mean, it's not always a guarantee that they're gonna have. Ow! Oh, this guy's throwing rocks at me. I mean, so far I haven't struggled with it because, again, you're gonna be doing a lot of grinding for that new armor set to get the parts to level it up, or that new weapon, for example. And it also gives you plenty of time to... What the hell? It also gives you time to sit there and practice on the enemies, because they're gonna, you know, it's not gonna be the same enemies. It'll be in that same enemies in that area for a little bit, and then they'll change it up. They'll throw a new enemy at you with a different armor set, different weapon. Like this guy right here, he looks like he's running from me. So I'm not gonna go running after him, because it could be bait. It could be like one of those lizard things from Dark Souls. You get the rare crystals off from if we beat him down. Cyberpunk Neo. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can put it that way. This guy looks like he's got a new... Oh, he's got that wrench. So, see, he's not wearing the full armor set. The only thing he's got is an arm piece. But I can use the alloys of that weapon. As you can see, he dropped two items for me. One was the weapon and one was the armor piece. See, this guy's wearing a whole different armor set. He's gonna have a different attack pattern because he's using a different weapon, and his buddy's gonna try to jump me. So I'm gonna use my drone there to soften him up so I can get him out of the way. See if I can get a torso execution here for you. These ones are kind of fun. Oops. You just split him right in half. See, that guy had a whole new piece of armor, so if I want to go back to my bed bay, I could reset him, work my way down here, and find him. Or like I'm doing now, I'm gonna progress forward. Pick up this audio log.
Recording my final report. We found nanite residue all over Flight 221. One of our scientists identified that damn gunk as rogue processed nanite, whatever that means.
You can also use your drone to like poke at an enemy from a distance to pull them out of a group. This guy's gonna drop a turret. See how it just auto locked onto the next target. I like that aspect of the game. So you don't have to sit there and click the stick onto the next target. It'll just lock it onto the next closest one. If I was thinking, I probably could have blocked and parried that. And you're gonna put up a turret. I think another guy. What do you got? Alright, I don't need headpieces. It gets to be a pain in the butt sometimes when targeting. Like for the head, you gotta push down on the stick. I'm trying to get to the legs. There it goes. Sometimes you gotta fight with it a little bit to target the one you want, the part you want. It can be a little bit tedious on that aspect. I'm out of stamina like an idiot. Okay, these things jump at me and explode. The one thing that I will say that does suck, I'll show you here in a minute. I don't know if I have saying RoboGoop everywhere. as you can see up there in the upper left-hand corner, I got a timer. I have that long to get back to my stuff that I dropped, my tech scrap that I dropped. I could just power past all these guys, but some of them do have like a damn near unlimited aggro range, so you will end up kiting them into a bigger group of enemies to go get your stuff. That way you'll end up, you know, having to deal with more enemies than you want once. So I can just dodge that guy altogether, run down here, jump past him. Take this guy out because he's in my way. Okay, the other two guys are... Yep, they reset. Okay, cool. I figured they were going to chase me. I got lucky that they decided to reset. Where did they... Oh, I got lost there for a second. This looks like a shortcut. Game shitting on a hard drive, sitting on a hard drive for months. I might need to run through Search 1 pretty soon, and then go into this timer on the loot. Yeah, that's it's a timer on your death loot, basically. I'll come back to you. I got a minute and a half to get back to my other stuff. You should probably give me another side quest. I guess this guy that was running was a one-time thing. What I need to do is I need to locate a shortcut back to my med bay. So, there we go. Got that. Run away from those floaty robots. Right back into combat. Those things are going to be my bane. I do like the aspect of the drone, because I can use it like in tight situations like that to take the guy out when I'm low on health. Now I'm out of ammo. So, pick this up. I have no idea what that blue sparkly crap is. As far as I know, it doesn't hurt you. I'm assuming it might be some kind of fast travel thing. Oh! Okay, so it's like the echo devices in Division.
It's gonna kill you.
Try and stay calm. You're safe now.
Wait, where am I?
Don't talk. You need to rest. We'll take you someplace safe.
Hostiles incoming. Get the girl. We gotta move.
What the? Wait, she's running away.
We can't let her get to Terminal Z.
The glory at the spot. Purge the heretics.
Okay, that was interesting. Back storyline a little bit is that it's some kind of cyber disease or something that basically corrupted a bunch of people, turned them to like basically robo zombies. In the first one, you know, most of the guys are just like coming at you because they're all like corrupted by this stuff, and eventually you start getting different enemies that aren't like fully corrupted in it, and then you start going into stuff where you're fighting basically nanomachine robot things. Which, you have, like any other Souls game, the farther along the game you get, the harder it gets. Okay, something tells me I don't want to go up there yet. Paper Street. Okay, okay, okay. Big charge attack right there. Ooh, I missed it. Blue back there. This is where I think it is. Can you not shoot at me? Alright, take these things out. Come on. You want me, you're gonna come get me. Whoa, almost died right there. Oh. Yep, he got me. Well, looks like that's my shortcut back around so far. I was supposed to getting used to reading chat and playing at the same time as I've been streaming for about 4 months. Yes. There was a chest back there? Crap. I'll get it on my way back through. Yes, and this whole thing I'm starting right now is a new thing to me too, so if I don't sound like I'm 100% know what I'm talking about, I'm doing, it's because I just started up this thing. Because I've been doing, I try to get into Let's Talks with Warwolf here. Sometimes it doesn't exactly, timing doesn't work out, or it's something that I have absolutely no idea what I'd be talking about, so I just kind of step out of it. Wow. I think I really need to start practicing on that parry block crap. Alright. Catch you around. Esperos. Thanks for coming. Well, I've been going at this. Okay, I'll go at it. I'll hit it to about the 1 hour mark, and I feel that should probably be enough. But pay more attention to my stamina. Did the other one not disappear? Is that what I'm seeing here? Oh, it's right there. Yep, so I lost all that beautiful tech scrap that I had. Come on. Nope, didn't time it right. I'm gonna go back and bank my tech scrap real quick. I don't think there's a fast travel system in this game, so you can travel back and forth between your med bays. Which, I mean, would be kind of helpful if you want to go back and grind a little bit in a previous area. Which, I mean, again, I'm not that far in the game yet, so I don't know if there's actually a system implemented for that or not. Oh, I have 2 module points available. I'm gonna dump them to health. Oops. Back myself out. Let's see, construct. What do we got here? Build that. 3B set increases drone damage when it's close to its target. When batteries full, restore small amount of health. Ooh, that'll be a nice full set to put together. Let's see. Partial increases duration of poison applied to enemies. Decreases damage and impact while affected by poison. Okay, so that one. If I get poisoned, I do more damage. And increases duration of poison against my enemies. Nothing I want to upgrade in here. So. Oh. One other enemy type that I can show you. It's back this way.
Attention, everyone! We just pulled another shipper.
Go past. I'm just gonna run past these things. Oh, that was an item. That thing where it popped up and showed the square, you hold on the square, it just basically kind of shows you stuff. It shows you like landmarks. Let's see, I'm going to invite Wolf into the party here to get his input on this in the last few minutes we got going here. Unless it ends up running a little bit longer because of him. You there? Hey, how's it going? And I'm back. We got Wolf in the party chat here. Probably get his input on this game too. Oh, you know why? I did. Let me go see if I can adjust that real quick. Your voice be shared. Always allow video call share party. Oh no, I gotta go in to my broadcast settings to adjust that. No, I turned it off for there we go. There, party audio is now being shared. Hopefully you can hear yourself.
Microphone. Hello, everyone. Aha, there we go. All right,
okay,
I hear myself on stream now. I have a double echo, both of us.
Beautiful.
There we go. Let me
cut back
so
across the
hello,
hub here.
everyone in stream, checking everything out, watching. Hope you're enjoying the playthrough that Frostbite is providing right now. I figured I'd jump in here, help you out a little bit, because you're still getting used to reading chat and gameplay and everything.
It's this whole new thing. Actually discussing the game while I'm playing the game, instead of just doing commentary as I play the game.
Welcome to my world. So I don't know, like I said, the environments are actually looking a lot better than Surge 2, or Surge 1. Definitely just like having the, like, kind of that open city vibe instead of just like this claustrophobic little, you know, you're running through a facility the whole time. That's as far as I got in Surge 1. That's basically
Yes,
where
that's
I was
what
at.
you're doing.
I don't know if it opens up later on.
You're a guy in a wheelchair. I think it's the exosuit, so you can walk.
Yeah.
And then that's when this disease hits, and then you're basically going through the facility to clear it out, basically. Get to the root of it.
When you first start the game off, it is like a little bit of like, it's like a scrapyard or whatever. I'm like, okay, kind of cool. And then it is just indoors, like very close, tight quarters indoors. I'm like, okay, I see the reason why they did it.
Yeah. And this is the one other enemy type I was going to show you guys.
They got the shield guy, of course.
See how he's got that? It's a solid shield. You got to do a heavy attack to break that shield. Otherwise, he just deflects everything you throw at him.
I'm kind of wondering if the parry would make it a little bit easier too.
I'm not 100% sure. In the tutorial, that's what it says to do is to.
It's usually like the advanced stuff. Like usually a parry on Souls games, you can throw the shield back and then go in for like a couple stabs and whatnot.
Yep. And you got these guys. You got the guys with machine guns. So far, they're just more of a nuisance than anything else.
Yeah.
See here, I just pulled multiple guys on me, so I'm gonna.
And then you got green goop everywhere. That was funny.
You kill one of them out of the way.
So you get a little machine gun. I'm wondering if there's like different types of little assists, like character assist things.
Yeah, you got one right here. This is just a regular pistol, basically. That's I'm assuming that's a rifle. I haven't used it yet, and I picked up another one back there somewhere. There was a vendor in the hub that gives you one's like a flame grenade launcher, and then a regular grenade launcher, and a magnet.
Get some like Doom Eternal stuff going on.
Yeah, which is nice because I don't think they had that in the first Surge, and in this one, it helps out so well.
Like I said, I have not played all the way through any of the Surge games, but from what I've seen, that was definitely something that was missing from the first one.
Yep. I might be able to show you a little bit of the RNG crap too.
I would be surprised if this did not have like a lock-on missile launcher of some sort, or is this like up on your shoulder?
Don't know.
It
up
feels
here,
like this game is screaming for it.
You got the policemen. Basically, they're not hostile as long as you don't cross their little barrier. They'll keep themselves. So like that's basically a no-go zone.
Yeah. Setting up something story-wise, probably.
Yep.
Wow, look at that city. Whew, that's. I mean, I'm a big fan of like New York and everything, so you know, NYC and all that. So seeing this right here, this looks really cool.
Yep. When you start out in this one, you start out in the med bay of a prison. Yeah.
So, no spoilers or anything, but if I skip past the first one, just played the second one, would I be alright?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because the first one didn't really grab my attention too much, but this one's kind of looking a lot better.
Yeah, the only thing is basically you're going from it. You're not playing as the same character, like I said at the beginning of the stream. You have to create a whole new character, customize. The story's just basically came in on an airplane that crashed and ended up in the prison detention center.
Okay, so it's basically just a whole separate story.
Yeah, it's a whole separate story, but basically cool. I guess it's a few years later or whatever. The virus has ravaged hell all over the place.
Okay, so then people are more in tune with what's going on.
Yep.
I might just do it. I might just skip the first one and just come through and play the second one. Usually that's a golden rule. I don't do that.
Wearing like 4 or 5 pieces of his gear set. I don't remember if he RNGs if you reset them. We can find out real quick.
I mean, you know me. As soon as you say RNG, I'm just like, ah. But if you can do like
looks
the
like he's
Remnant
wearing the
style
same
enemies,
stuff.
you know, if you can do like the Remnant style enemies and kind of farm the gear off from that a little bit easier than just waiting for it to just really randomly drop, then yeah, That's not bad at all. Yes, the executions.
Oh yes, plenty of fatality crap in here.
That's probably one of the best features in the Surge that I found in Surge 1 was like...
Early game,
life,
I will tell you right now, these guys with the hammers, oh god, they hurt so bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a Souls game. And definitely the hammers and shield users, you gotta be careful of them. And then people that throw bombs at your head or something, yeah.
And then you got the convict looking guy over here.
How many people have been hit in the head by a flying bomb in Dark Souls 1 when they're going up on top of the bridge?
Right. Yeah, you also some spots too,
Check that out.
yeah, I think this guy changes up what he wears. On this bridge, you'll find the first guy wearing the vulture gear. He's the one where you get this off from. Which, just like I was explaining, these type of weapons are kind of fun. Because you just rapid fire your button, it splits it into your dual wielding, right? You just
so
tap
weird.
it, you do a single heavy hits.
Giant axe into like two hatchets. This is so
It's
weird.
like a hatchet and a hammer.
It's cool, but it's weird.
Yeah,
It's cool and weird.
it took me a minute to get used to the combat with it. What was I going down? Oh yeah, there's something else you gotta worry about too. I'll show you, it's down here. I guess that little flame weapon he has, I have it. I guess you can throw Molotovs with it for fire damage.
That could be really useful too if you have a boss fight with multiple enemies surrounding it or something. Throw a couple Molotovs out and you can just
Really?
focus on the
Yeah,
boss fight.
These guys right here, they love to run from you.
They're playing footsies, man. You gotta be careful.
Well, you see how well that one boss played footsies with me in Dark Souls, and he jumped right out the top of the tower. I thought he had me.
Best enemy recently for playing footsies, the hunters in Resident Evil 3. Like the big green ass hunters in there. Oof. Those guys fly around. They damn near teleport off the screen.
I have stamina.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, see how he's like bouncing all my attacks off him?
Mm-hmm. Comes in with that shield.
Heal!
Oh no! Health pack.
I'll take that. Like in Dark Souls and all that stuff too, you gotta watch out for like bridges and stuff over top of you, because there is a guy that will... Yep, right there. I've been caught by that one so many times. That one hurt like hell when they drop on you like that.
So a kind of interesting little development thing about this is once again another one of these Focus Home Interactive games, and I think I've made my point be known about how I feel about Focus Home Interactive. Like a lot of their games are just kind of like thrown together, I feel. This one actually seems like it's a solid built title. I think it was Vampire, if I'm not mistaken. That was another game that was pretty solid. It's just the story was kind of yeah, which is made by like one of the brother studios or Need Focus. This development studio has 70 people. Now, if you think about it,
I think my stuff just had a hiccup.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, internet must have hiccuped for a second. We got a hell of a windstorm brewing outside, so it might have just hiccuped up because everything reset for a second.
Uh-oh. I mean, it's looking pretty decent for Wi-Fi. I'll give that. So 70 employees at the development studio of this, which means there's not the biggest amount of people working on this game, and the fact that it does like it does play as well as it does.
Yeah, sorry, I was getting some static in my headset, so I don't plug it back in real quick there.
Just double check and make sure. Yeah. Yeah, just make sure audio's working just fine and everything. But to see the, as I said though, like, you know, having a smaller development studio and seeing that all these, you know, the different weapon types and everything, where you could actually kind of make like different class setups on here, usually with different weapon types. That's pretty impressive for a smaller studio.
You can do different loadouts too. From your base,
that's another
bonfire.
Seeing the environments be like expansive the way that they are and everything, and the details of all the rubble and, you know, the vehicles around and such.
Yep, I'm dead. I jumped in and I wasn't looking.
You have the hardcore aspect of like the Souls style games. It's, you know, all bundled up in one nice little package deal.
And it's your kind of Souls game too, because it's single player. No co-op.
I mean, I like the challenge, and I don't, you know, that's my whole thing on the Souls games. I love the challenge of it. I love having that feeling at the end of the boss fight of like, I finally beat it. I figured it out. I got the puzzle. You know, I got the timing of it. I know how to get around the attacks and everything. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. So like here, when you go to your main hub screen,
yep,
you can flip through different. You get 3 different loadouts you can set up.
Huh, that's pretty neat. I will also say that this menu system looks a little bit better than the Surge 1 menu system. The Surge 1 menu was like
rough.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, with your weapons, you can favorite a couple weapon types. You can flip back and forth between them.
That's good. So then, if you want to go certain sell stuff, then you can actually just lock it in.
Switch over to my stun stick and
definitely
switch over to this
some
thing.
Neo inspiration being thrown out.
Oh, it's another one of those split in 2 weapons. Okay, cool.
You charge it up and then go for the big attack also, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any weapon transforming in this?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's not
as far as the transforming would be for that the big hitter to split it into 2 weapons. See, I haven't checked out actually. I haven't messed with this yet, so let's see. Okay, so that's just and then
I feel like this game came out and fell underneath the radar because the first one wasn't really.
Okay, so that does do fire damage.
I feel like they stepped it up a little bit.
Definitely a hell of a lot slower. Definitely a really heavy hitting weapon. But I mean, to be able to stack, you know, light them on fire, so either you stick out another revenge enemy, and it tells you who died to them, and you avenge their death. You pick it up, you get your health restored, you get all the stuff they were wearing.
Now, have you done like a big boss fight on this yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, technically, only boss fight that I've done is in the prison where you get your drone. It's like a guard, and he's got the drone, so you got to dodge the drones firing at you, plus him leaping around trying to stomp you. Like I was working my way towards the first big boss fight of the game.
You know, these are the same guys that made Lords of the Fallen.
They've come along a lot. Lords of the Fallen was ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, I played that. I got to the first like major boss fight of the game, and it just stomped the crap out of me.
I played probably 10 minutes of it, and it wasn't that I didn't like it, I just didn't have time enough to play it, but I was like, oh, this is kind of neat. I like it.
Yeah.
Like the whole, you know, it was like medieval, magical type stuff in there, if I remember right.
Definitely a Souls-like game, but like a very, very punishing Souls-like game. Yeah, you can see this guy's wearing different stuff than he was last time.
This is very different versus what the Lords of the Fallen game was.
Oh yeah.
Your cyberpunk versus the like medieval type. But that's good that the like I said, the level design and everything. I can't. It's really weird because the enemies aren't really catching my attention. It's actually the city that's catching my attention more than anything.
Okay. Well, I mean, something's catching your attention.
So Bloodborne kind of has the same effect with me too. I'm like, it's just werewolves, but the city is fucking beautiful.
If you do get do start playing this on your PC, there, this right here, you can drop down here.
Yeah.
I don't think there was something back there, but come down here.
There's definitely a sneaky route down here.
There's a chest right there that you got to do one of these leaps of faith to get to.
Oh my god, he hit on the first try. There we go.
Yep. Then you come back up around here, this box you open, and boom. This is also...
Hey, someone's sneaking up on you.
A way back into the prison up here.
That should be some Kappas in chat right there for that leap of faith you just made.
I know. 'Cause I don't... And the guy with the Molotov got me from behind. Yeah, situational awareness. Heavy situational awareness in this game compared to most of your Dark Souls games. But yeah, personally, I like it. I just picked it up for $25 on the sale. If you're looking for something new Souls-wise, and so far you're liking what you're seeing, I personally would say go ahead and pick it up if you can't pick it up on sale. Pick it up normally, or you can wait to see if Game Pass pops it up. Not Game Pass. PlayStation Now pops it up. I know it's on Game Pass. Game Pass has it. If you want to check it out for free, you got an Xbox.
On PlayStation Now, but I guess Sony's they're reaching up a little bit higher for different games.
Yeah, they just popped Spooderman and what the heck's that other game? I can't think of it now.
On PlayStation Now, Spider-Man. I highly recommend Spider-Man.
Not Uncharted. Oh Jesus! Just Cause 4 is up in there too.
Right. Uncharted 4, that's on PlayStation Plus right now.
Yep.
For free games.
Yep, that's another one I'll probably be getting into after I do shortly, because I think Greedfall is going to be the next one I was going to do, and that one I'm waiting for us both to sit down to do, because you had some input on that one.
I could give a very interesting fact I just heard on a NoClip documentary about the Outer Worlds. And it's very interesting that since we are talking kind of about Game Pass and PlayStation Now and everything, the Outer Worlds was funded by Microsoft, and it's actually on the PlayStation, which is kind of really like, whoa, huh. The reason why it's so interesting is because usually if Sony funds the game, or if Microsoft funds the game, or Nintendo funds the game, it usually stays on that platform as an exclusive title, and somehow it ended up on both systems, and of course on the PC. Because if anything's funded, exclusive on the Xbox, it ends up on PC because it's Microsoft. But that was definitely, and plus it's also on, I'm pretty sure, like Steam or maybe Epic Game Store or something like that. So just the fact that they funded that project, that's like, wow. And it could be a very, very good sign of different things
Jesus Christ.
to come from,
Sorry if y'all can hear that wind whipping out there. If my mic's picking that up. Like I said before, when you get stuff that you hold down square, it'll show you like, you are here on the map and stuff, so you know where you're at. This guy, he just moseyed right on in here and was like, hey, what are you doing? Like how that one just went to such slow-mo for that one chopping off an arm. like I was saying earlier too, the other thing I really like about this game is when you hit your med bays, you can bank your tech scrap, which is basically your souls.
Yep,
that's
in the first one also.
Makes the game, gives it a little bit more easier for you, for people that haven't played Souls-like games and want to kind of check something out that isn't like as super punishing as Dark Souls.
I remember everybody jumped into God of War that didn't know what they were doing with Souls games, and they're like, oh no. That's right.
That's why I kind of felt sorry for people that jumped into Dark Souls 3 and were just gave up because they throw you into a boss fight like right off rip.
Actually, in all honesty, Dark Souls 3 is so damn easy. That's why I've seen a lot of streamers that they don't play a lot of video games. They're like show hosts and stuff, and especially not Souls games. Like they're like like the Animal Crossing type of community. They just play kind of like relaxing, just join in and have a good time games. And nothing against Animal Crossing, but but yeah, they jump into Dark Souls 3 and they're like, it's just like Bloodborne also. They just cruise through it. I'm like, shoot, how? Huh? Okay. I've seen that a lot. But then if they jump into like Dark Souls 1 or like God of War, that's when it's that, boom, that reality hits of this is a hard game. Fun game.
Oh yeah.
But they do.
It's fun. You just gotta come to realization with Souls-like games that dying is part of the game.
Definitely. You can't. It's like raging on a Souls game is just like
preaching to the choir.
This game is so hard. It's supposed to be.
Exactly.
The developers are over there with their evil smile and laughs.
Yep. One is up over there. Jump up there. I haven't been up past this area again because I'll show you here.
You can kind of tell where they spent a little less time on the assets. All the cars that just look like tubes.
These guys, I haven't tried to mess with these guys yet. Oh, they got shields.
Doing it live. No.
Come on. Come on.
Come at me. I dare you. Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh no. Run away.
Was not
Run away.
Really? Oh boy's gonna sit back there and shoot me with like stun rounds, I guess. Beanbag rounds or something, because whenever you hit me,
I can't believe
knock me backwards.
Does that car have Wi-Fi built into it? It looks like it. Sorry. Get distracted.
Yeah, it's got Wi-Fi signals on the back of it. Come on.
See, this is what happened in Detroit Become Human after the, like 20 years in the future after the end of that game. The Dystopia happened. That car looks like it's like one of the self-driving cars from Detroit Become Human.
Oh, this guy is tough. Holy crap, he might actually take me. Yep, there goes. Was not expecting that. Yeah, I'm so used to the... Spot? Yeah, those guys are tough. I don't think I should be screwing with them just yet. Even though they're level 3s.
Oh yes, the reason why I brought up the Outer Worlds too, kind of snuck it in there, is because that might be a fun little game to do one of these little game talks on also. I know that there's a couple of BioWare developers that worked on it, which makes sense because you got that kind of BioWare feel in the dialogue system and everything, the way you can recruit people and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, it's Fallout meets BioWare developers. It's like really funded by Microsoft. Jeez. So sometime in the future, maybe a little bit of something on that.
Maybe I should take in practice the directional blocking system on these easy guys, so I can get used to actually using it.
as soon as I heard, or as soon as I heard that direct on blocking, and when Aspera just said, yeah, basically full honor, I'm like, oh, it makes so much more sense now.
Yes, you can tell I don't use it. I'm playing typical Dark Soul style. Get in, get a couple hits, back off. If I can take them out in a single combo, I'll go for it.
You know, that's one thing I will say about this game. Yes, this and the first game. Okay, yeah, something just fell down behind me. The snappiness of the controls. The very tight control design, which is really good. Some games do not get that done. Like Resident Evil, as much as I love Resident Evil, the controls suck ass on the remakes of like the snappiness of the feet. But there's a reason. It's to make it more survival. You know, survival type. This actually feels way more, you know, as soon as you hit the button, something happens. You know, that's what I mean by like tight, snappy control. And that's just signature of Souls games. Bloodborne is another very good example of it. I go back to Bloodborne because there's a lot of people, especially on the PlayStation, that one time or another, you've either seen or you played Bloodborne. And
oh, cool! I just found something out. So you know that timer is pointing out, right? You have so much time to get your stuff. Apparently, every time you take an enemy down, it increases your timer.
I just don't like the timer myself.
I know. It makes you feel like you're being rushed to get back and get your stuff.
Like, I would rather take the journey and farm more, and then get to that point, and have that low adrenaline. The adrenaline rush should not come from being pushed forward in a game, unless it's like a set piece.
I can't jump over that car. There we go. I want to do this
for some reason.
Oh, that's like the edge of the world right there. I can't get up against that wall. So I'm gonna do this.
But yeah, that's one game design thing that definitely, if it's unneeded an unneeded timer to rush a player through the game world, that's never usually a good thing. If it's trying to set up like either a quick time event or get the bomb defused or something, that's a different story.
When you do start out, though, you don't have your exo gear, or your exo suit, whatever. You don't have it right off rip.
In this game world.
You gotta punch your way through a bunch of guys to get to the room to get it equipped.
I remember when I loaded this up on the PC for the first time, I ran through, I hit somebody in the face, I'm like, oh no. And it was just death.
I think they do the timer thing, though, in all fairness, because of the ability to bank your tech scrap. Kind of balancing it out.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'd rather be able to farm along the way, because then that is, I think if you are farming and you are getting even more tech scrap while you're trying to make your way to your tech scrap, just like souls or anything else, or echoes, it creates even more of a, ooh, I really need to get over there to get that because I have so much more now in my bank. And as soon as you get that, then it's like, no, I really need to bank this. I got twice as much on me now. So that's, like I said, that timer is just, I don't know. God, you killed somebody in the pooper.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God. This man just slaughtered somebody in a bathroom. Bathroom is off limits. You're not supposed to kill people in the pooper. Oh.
Well, he decided to go that way, so that's where he chose to die. You do have the back attack system too. In this, I forgot to mention that. I don't implement it all that much. You see how that little red crosshair flickered over the reticle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that tells you can do the back stab. Yeah, split them in half.
About splitting people in half. I've seen something on Twitter there. Ed Boon goes, don't let it just, you can play Mortal Kombat in the background of your conference call, just don't rage, then nobody will know it. I'm like, that's great. So what's the projections for the year? Oh! I got cut in half.
Ah, son of a...
Yeah.
Ah! See, like, here's another guy's little thing. It's like a little hide-and-seek game where you can get extra little tech scrap.
It's the little dudes from Doom.
I'm just gonna bypass all this stuff and get back to the hub.
The hubba. Gotta make it back to the hubba. The Seaside... Jericho's Seaside Court.
Mm-hmm. This is like some cult they got going in the game. It's two brothers. You got the one dude here, and then the other guy is the area that I was in. And I guess he's supposed to be the boss.
So one of the first thing that popped in my head when I seen it was Jericho City was, I'm like, so do we get to break down the walls of Jericho?
Oh God.
That's a wrestling joke for those watching. Thank you. I know. Yes.
I don't know. Were you in here when I was showing you the trading hubs?
I think I had just joined.
I'm so scared.
Yeah, you got
I just...
this chick right here. I don't know if it was based off the character class or whatever stat class that I picked off from, but it gave me some optional thing that I talked to her, and that opened up
Of course.
a
It's what
little
I'm
market
here
with
for.
her.
You could say I was late to join the party. Sorry.
I already have.
I guess
I
I
don't
gotta stop
have that.
funny jokes today.
Yeah, these two right here, I don't know if that's actual armor or if that's some kind of cosmetic stuff you wear on top of the armor for...
Sunglasses, that is 1,000 extra armor. And fucking no problem. Aaron,
But it's a
sunglasses,
6-piece set bonus that counts towards all other set bonuses. So I'm wondering if it's just some cosmetics armor crap that you can wear.
But it's a video game logic, so it has to be, you know?
I don't know. I don't have enough tech scrap
It's
to
just
buy
like
it
the
and find
bikini
out.
chicks that have more armor in Skyrim and everything.
I can sell
that's
some
video
stuff.
game logic.
Oh.
You don't put more layers on, you take them off.
So I'm not using the scavenger stuff. I can get rid of that.
You know, it'd be badass, and I know you can't do it in this, but it'd be badass just looking at the world and everything. If you could run around with, like, the overcoat and sunglasses on and everything, just wrecking shop. You go, like, full-on Matrix mode in this thing.
Okay,
Especially
so I
with,
went
like,
and
the
bought
slow-mo
those.
stuff going on. You know what this is a good tie-over for? Is Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, jeez.
This is like the Cyberpunk weighing room for this game.
Nope, they're not sunglasses, sir.
What? They're not sunglasses. Why is your hair blue? This makes
That's my hair
so...
blue, but you can wear the hat backwards.
This is crazy. This is insanity. Blue hair and a blue beard. Your blue abadi-ba-da-da.
Oh, they're each piece of it is each one's a headgear piece.
Wait, you can't put on sunglasses and a hat?
Nope.
See, this is where we start getting into the meat and potatoes of the game. Can I fashion souls my way to a very cool looking gear set? If you can't fashion it up, like, is the game really top notch?
You probably can. I mean, because you can wear different. You don't have to wear a full set for the full set bonus, or 3 pieces of this set, 3 pieces of that set.
Wait, that guy's breakdancing back there. Can you tip the breakdancer and have him do like a whole set?
No.
Wait, what's the music sound like? I have the.
There you go. So he's beating on a
Oh, okay. So you're doing
gas
you're doing
canister.
Yeah, a gas canister drum beat, and the guys over there breakdancing. There we go. This is world
They must be
building
on
right
something. Oh, somebody put that thing over there. Gotta go grab it. Okay, so I'm pushing about an hour and a half. I was trying to keep this down to about a half hour, which it turned out to be longer because I was gonna share these on YouTube too.
here. You can edit this. Don't worry. Welcome to my world.
Yeah, right. So any final thoughts and things you want to say? Oh God, right in my face.
Just
we're gonna
where's
wrap this
the
up?
where's the robot buoy? Cyberpunk has a robot buoy. The first chick. No. All seriousness. Definitely a good package deal. Like I said, the controls are snappy. I do like the environment way more. That's drawn my attention in. If the enemies start looking, because this is the beginning of the game, so usually you have like the generic kind of enemies. So if the enemies start maybe being a little bit cooler looking, like status effects. Hopefully the boss fight does not have like, I'm going to light the room on fire and then you have to beat me up that way. Hopefully it's just like a one-on-one. You learn the animation of the boss fight to beat the boss fight.
Yeah.
We're seeing way too many games nowadays that have, oh, it's going to light you on fire, it's going to put you to sleep, it's going to, do all that stuff. And also, you don't have one-on-one boss fights either nowadays, which that's another thing that I'm really starting to miss. Like, you have all these zombies and this and that stuff. Like, Doom and Resident Evil both have their final boss fight is technically the final boss fight of both of them has 10 tons of enemies around you, and you're just trying to fight the boss. You're just trying to figure out the puzzle of it.
Well, in fairness, with Doom, it's you use the enemies to get back your ammo and stuff.
I don't know. I'm just like I'm on the struggle fence with that. It's like maybe it's just me getting older, and I just remember the older games where you had a boss fight and it was you versus that boss, and you're like, I'm gonna fuck this boss up.
Yeah.
But overall, like I said, though, this is still a pretty decent package for what we've seen of it. I mean, the other second half of this game, or the second chapter or whatever, could really fall apart. It's kind of hard to do, like I said, it's kind of hard to do not reviews, but analysis on games when you haven't played through them all the way.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. So this is like a kind of rolling analysis. We're analyzing it. So anally.
So I figured. I mean, I can always come back to it. It, talk about it more after we've played through it. Give it another thought. Come back and aftermath thoughts.
It's like if you travel further into this game, you can make your character look cool, get like a cool looking weapon, and then you are just having fun figuring out the boss fights, like the mechanics of the boss fight, the puzzle of how do I do damage on the boss fight, or like big damage and everything, and then you get that down to kind of that clockwork of like, okay, I do this, I do that, and then haha, I got it. Then that feeling, the feeling of like accomplishment, that's. I mean, at the end of the day, that's the best thing that this game can give you, is a feeling of like, this game world is cool. I have some cool tools to play around with, and then the feeling of accomplishment of like, I beat the boss fight, I figured it out, yay me. Yeah,
I think what this NPC right here is wearing might be some armor you can get later in the game. Before too much further. I mean, it doesn't look the greatest, but
it's like some PSO2 armor, I guess.
Up here, real quick, is the cult leader.
It's like I will say, like, no. Initial thoughts on it was, it's going to be more Surge 1. Which it is, but it's a better package deal. It's like what I would have rather Surge 1 have been. I think that's my overall on this. It's like I can't tell if this is the backstage of a strip club, or is this a love suite, or what's going on here?
I'm assuming that's a mall that they took over for their little cult. You got all these different. Oh yeah, and you got this dude right here.
Welcome back, unknown stranger.
Now I'm like thinking about it. In all honesty, I would say get this game on sale, have it as a tie over until Cyberpunk actually releases.
You have collected,
and because it could be pushed back again, so it'd be a nice little, just to whet your appetite with the whole Cyberpunk thing.
Great work.
And then pick up Cyberpunk when that comes out.
On the house.
It's a very different game, sure.
You have collected.
Like I said, just like to get into the aesthetic of this kind of cyber future that they're going with here, the cyber mechanical feature, actually, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little, it's like a different type of, just to whet your appetite. And hopefully a game like this won't burn you out on something like a Cyberpunk, because it is, that different kind of genre of or style of a game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is definitely some value in checking this out, especially if you're waiting on something like a Cyberpunk.
Or you kind of want to get your feet wet with a Dark Souls style game without the punishing bullcrap that is a Dark Souls game.
This could get very punishing later on. We don't know.
I mean, I'm not even to the first boss. Did you see? I was getting too greedy with my attacks and those enemies.
Yeah, and that's half of, like, Souls games are actually not the hardest games ever. It's you fighting your own self because you get too greedy, or you're not taking your time enough to actually figure out how to defeat the enemies, and you're just like, you just start slamming on the button, like, trying to hack and slash your way through it. It's gonna kick your own ass.
Like I'm sitting here, like I was saying earlier, like I need to probably step back, go back to fighting these little pain in the butt enemies, and learning how to use that directional blocking system, parrying.
Yes.
Stuff. Because it looks like that's going to be a lifesaver.
I can definitely
later game.
I can see that. Like the parry, the blocking mechanics, the timing on your dodge. So where, how quickly can I snap backwards and then go back in to hit, and how much stamina is that going to take out? Which for any regular Souls player, like, that's just comes second nature. You kind of just figure that out as you go along. But for newer players, that's definitely like half of the difficulty of the game is just figuring that stuff out.
What in the hell is, like, emotes or something? Or?
Yeah, kind of like your.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell you're looking at right there.
This stuff. This is kind of like your messaging system in a Dark Souls game.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. So that's what was on the wall.
Yep.
When it's like, the chest is here. I'm like, the developers really went there. It's like it's over here.
Yep. And you can pick it and go boom. The little robot comes out and sprays it on the ground. Instead of being able to sit there and pick phrases and stuff, you use little icons, emote things to identify, like, say, like, hey, this way there's an item, this way, hey, hold on, there's a fucking hard enemy over here, there's a booby,
Grease your robo joints. And instead of that, it's you put down the shield is deadly but makes you happy. That's what you put down right there.
There you
go. Yep. I'm translating for you, chat.
But anywho, I guess that about wraps it up. You guys got my input on it. I'm enjoying it so far. Like I said, it's definitely, if you want to check out something Dark Souls and not beat your head off a wall. It's definitely easier than Dark Souls so far. Huh?
Did you mess around with the music at all in this? Like, did you turn it off or anything?
No.
They said there's no soundtrack.
Audio, master, music effects, subtitles, effects volumes. That's about it.
Yeah, it's one of these games.
I mean, it's just one of those little hidden gems from Focus Entertainment. I mean, they've had their hit and miss games. Like, this one's kind of like one of the hits so far. Control. The first one was kind of, and then they got Greedfall, which that's another one we'll probably be doing here soon.
The Focus developers, they either make a really good game, or it's like, why did they make this game? That's my input on that publisher.
But yeah. Again, like I said, he was saying, I'm saying, if you want to check it out while it's still on sale during this March Madness sale, spring sale, excuse me.
Some kind of sale.
Yeah, it's on sale on PS4 for $25.
We're not paid to say this stuff. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is not sponsored.
It's worth checking out, in my opinion. But I'm saying this now when Final Fantasy VII drops in less than 12 hours.
Yeah, we are.
So that's going to be everybody's
literally
big go-to game, and I'm going to be sitting here going, oh, what are you doing for the Final Fantasy VII launch
We're
night?
6.5 hours out for Final Fantasy VII. This game's gonna get buried. It's never gonna go past the blonde-haired asshole that just kills everyone in his sights.
But yeah.
Okay, so here's one big question for you. This versus Neo 2.
This versus Neo 2?
Yes,
all I know of Neo 2 is
Neo
what I
2.
played in the demo, and you said there looks like...
Basically, the demo is the same thing as the regular game. Which would you take over top of those two?
From what you've been saying about Neo 2, probably this. I mean, I'm
Really?
almost at the end of Neo 1. Neo 1, it just feels like it just gets to the point where I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready to be done with this game. Neo 2's got a lot of different mechanics to it. Like, they both have a lot of different weapon types.
It's basically a major parry versus your directional kind of defensive, parrying stuff in this game. Very similar games, but very different aesthetics and two kind of different, two different mechanics that are working on both of them.
In this one, you don't got that yokai realm bullcrap where it just sucks your stamina and doesn't regen.
Very true. Yeah, very true.
Like that's a major oof.
Like you can't transform in this, but then you don't have the yokai realm, so it is.
You don't transform, but I mean, it makes it like for getting the armor and stuff, different armor pieces, upgrading your armor. The grind feels a lot more. It doesn't feel as grindy because like you're focusing on, okay, I need this part and this guy did it. Oh, cool! I get to do an anime. I get to
drop quicker in this game than Neo.
Yeah, as long as you're lopping off a limb, you're guaranteed that armor piece or an upgrade part for it.
Interesting.
So it's not like, go beat down this enemy, oh, he didn't drop what I wanted, okay, I gotta go reset, do it again. No, you're guaranteed.
I brought that question up, and I actually don't even know the answer to it myself. That's a hard question for even me, of like, which would I take, Neo 2 or Surge 2? Because I'm thinking they're probably both on sale right now, or they're going to be on sale during like Christmas time or whatever, leading into next gen. Boy. They said it's like... You can do flashier stuff, I feel, in Neo 2, but then like core gameplay mechanics might be a little bit more put together in Surge 2. Just of like, because you can pick different body parts and everything, where Neo's kind of just like, you whiff, you miss, you're done.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. The only one thing I will, so far I've noticed, like as I was playing, I might have mentioned it earlier too, with the locking targeting body parts. Sometimes it feels, sometimes you gotta figure out which direction to go on the stick to get which body part. Like I was kind of like struggling to get down to the legs this time around. Head, I know you push down you flick down on the D-pad, boom, it targets the head. And then you just got to remember, or not D-pad, but the right stick. You just got to remember, though, is when you're flipping around your camera, trying to get your angle on your stuff, and you're locked onto a guy, you're going to lock onto a different body part. So
therefore, Neo actually kind of does that better, because Neo is like, it almost works too good, because you can actually cheese boss fights with the tech that's in that game.
Yeah.
So, again, this is made by a small development studio, too. And that's the big difference right there of like how the games are put together. Neo 2 has a, I think probably double, maybe even triple the size development team, but the Surge 2 actually holds its own. So I would say that's still a pretty decent reason to actually to bring this back around. If you find this game on sale for like half off or something, like 50 or 60% off, then definitely, yeah. Check it out. If you have the extra cash lying around, definitely check it out for that reason.
And if you don't want to pay the money for it right now, like I said, I believe over on Xbox and Game Pass, I believe they have it for free.
Who has an Xbox in 2020?
I know, right?
Blasphemy.
I'm just getting it out there because it's going on YouTube too, so it's covering both
I wonder,
consoles.
is this on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, so you can play it on PC? Because most people play Souls games on PC, I found.
Don't know. I mean, you probably be the better one to go look that up. Because I currently don't have a PlayStation. Because if this thing, like I feel that this is going to be, you know, something like your Let's Talk, where people are actually going to come check it out and stuff. When I get the PC build, I'll probably, you know, work with you, have you teach me how to do some stuff, and come up with a big opening and ending thing for it. But right now, I don't have a PC, and because of this,
easy to look that up either.
Because of the dang cornhole virus, I'm SOL as far as employment goes.
Alright, so you said you wanted to wrap it up kind of quick, I would say.
I was trying to wrap it up about 16 minutes ago. This is pushing 2 hours. This is pushing 2 hours for something that I was going to keep short.
This video is too hot to handle. That's right.
Right. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and we got our final thoughts done, that stuff. I hope you enjoyed what gameplay I showed you. I will probably come back, revisit this game with some more gameplay on it, like on a live stream, or maybe go back to Game Talk on it, see if anything changes in the game, if it gets worse later in the game, or if it gets better later in the game.
He's on chapter 4 or 5, and he's like, "This is the worst thing
ever.
Fuck this. I'm out.
Just wait till it comes out for free and get it, or just go acquire it online somewhere." But so far,
in 2020, who does that?
Yeah. So far, I say it's worth it. That's my opinion. Everybody's got their own opinion on stuff like that. So, yeah, that about sums up this game in a nutshell. So, thanks for coming by. Thanks for checking it out. Wolf, thanks for popping in Party Chat, getting your 2 cents in here on this.
I wanted to help out with.
So thank you for the help on this. And I guess if you watch this on Twitch,
where can we find you? Your social media handles.
Oh, my social media handles are on my profile here in Twitch. They are the Angry Wedge on YouTube, Frost_Bite84 on Twitter. I think it's Frostbite84 on Instagram.
Alright.
And you can find Warwolf, he's pretty much the same thing on everything.
Yep, at Warwolf on everything, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and also have a music video channel if you want to come in and check that stuff out, Tone Wolf. And upcoming projects that we got in the works is definitely more of these. I wouldn't mind doing one on the Outer Worlds now that I know a little bit more about it. There is a nice little no-clip documentary you can check out on it on YouTube. Those guys, Danny and his buddy, make some very good products. Go and check that out. Good shout for those guys. Definitely going to be doing more Let's Talks on the future tech coming out, the next generation of consoles and everything, and also my thoughts on PC gaming. Definitely the Game Talk Live will probably do something with Final Fantasy. What else? Greedfall possibly, and I'll definitely have some Let's Talks on any new game trailers that are coming out too, because we are getting into the E3 season, which means that very soon coming up we're going to be having a ton of gaming news. So stay tuned for everything, and if you don't want to see spoilers, then definitely we are going to be trying to keep the spoilers to a minimum, because I hate spoilers myself. I'm in that boat. So definitely tonight, midnight, just to promote my own little thing here, Final Fantasy VII launch night stream. If you want to come through and check that out, that's definitely going to be a thing. I have a special little video which is going to be having a little funny at the end of it, leading straight into my first playthrough of Final Fantasy VII. Hopefully the remake makes me fall in love with the game a little bit more than the original game did. I liked the original game, but it was just all right to me. So outside of that, Neo 2, what else? PC modded versions of games. If you want to see any of that stuff, I do that stuff on stream too. And as soon as Frostbite, can possibly get a gaming rig, I'm going to teach him how to mod some games, make everything look really good. Also, once he gets his internet running a little bit better, we'll probably start doing some online competitive games, Rainbow Six Siege, maybe a little bit of Warzone, etc. on that. Outside of that, I think that pretty much sums up everything that we have going on for like the next month. Because the game that was supposed to be slated for next month got pushed back. So next month is wide open on different stuff that we can do. So.
Yep. Otherwise, if you're watching this on YouTube, you want to see more of this, you want to keep up track when I'm doing more of this stuff with Wolf or by myself, hit that subscribe button. If you want to catch me on Twitch when I'm live streaming other stuff aside from this, drop me a follow. You can also follow me on Twitter, because I will automatically post on Twitter when I'm streaming, what I'm streaming, all that stuff.
I think I still need to follow you on Twitter.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. This guy.
It'll happen tonight. It's going to happen tonight, and I will tweet you. I'll be like, hi!
All right. I guess that wraps everything up. So,
thanks
until
for tuning
next...
in. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see ya next time.
And cut!